Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Ms.
Yes.
Rowan and
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wells. All right, thank you both. You may lower your hand. All right, so this petition for family violence was filed in this case on June 30th of 2023. The ex parte order was issued on July 10th of 2023, and law enforcement perfected service on July 14th of 2023. At this point, the petitioner, you can tell me, what is your full name, please, ma'am?
Candace Rowan.
All right. And how do you know the respondent, Mr. Wells?
He's my unborn daughter's father.
Are y'all currently married?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so that was checked on the order, so no marriage. All right. Have y'all lived together in the past?
Sort of.
What do you mean by sort of?
We were homeless together, so.
Okay. So would y'all stay in the same place together overnight?
Yes.
How long were y'all staying overnight, same place together, approximately?
Like maybe 2-3 months.
Okay. And where was that?
It was in different places. We started off in Athens and then we moved down to Clarkston.
Okay. And do you know him to reside in DeKalb when you filed this order?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And tell me why you filed this petition.
On multiple occasions, he has threatened me and my 7-month-old son that I have by another man. And he has, in the past when we were living together, he has put his hands on me because he went through my phone and found text messages that he didn't like. So he hit me and woke me up out of my sleep. And then he's told me that he would come up to the shelter that I'm at and sit outside and make sure I don't go anywhere. I don't go nowhere with anybody else. And he's threatened to kill me. It's just.
So when was it that he came up to the shelter you were at?
He never came up here. He's just said that he would come up here.
How has he sent those threats to you?
Through text message.
Have the police been called for any of the incidents?
No, ma'am.
All right. So it looks like, what is the last communication you've had from him?
Maybe like a month ago because I blocked him on everything.
And what was that communication?
It was him. He got upset because I was talking to another man. And he got upset telling me that he didn't want me talking to him and that he was going to do everything that he could for us to not be together or talk anymore.
Okay. Is there any other testimony or evidence you want the court to consider?
And then after I blocked him, he's messaged my mom. He's messaged my father, trying to get in contact with me and trying to let them know his side of the story, basically.
Did he tell them to tell you anything?
No, that he was just calling them. He was just calling my mom all types of horrible names and just trying to testify and say stuff that I did to make them think that I was in the wrong so that they would take his side.
Have you told him that you don't want to have any more contact with him?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you do that?
Maybe like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I told him through text. I told him, I was like, I don't want anything to have to do with you. We have a daughter, but if we talk, that's the only thing we need to be talking about is your daughter. I don't want to talk about anything else. And he said he doesn't care about any of that. And he just didn't respect that I didn't want to have any more contact with him.
In your petition, you allege that he called you 20 times a day threatening to beat your ass.
Yes.
When was the last time that something like that occurred, if at all?
It was maybe 3 months ago.
And you mentioned the one time you said he hit you and woke you up out of your sleep. Has he ever been violent with you before?
No, ma'am.
Are you in fear for your safety at this time?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, and my sons.
Okay. Have you submitted any other evidence to the court or are there any witnesses you want the court to hear from?
I had emailed the email that it said on the order. I had emailed some text messages. I don't know if they got them.
All right, Madam Clerk, can you see if we have those? When did you send them in?
Like a week ago.
All right, I'll let the clerk address you and see what she finds.
Okay.
And did you send them in under this case number?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I don't know if Miss Broom is with us or Miss Goodman, you could check. And what are the texts that you sent in?
The text of him threatening me.
What exactly is he saying in those texts?
He's saying that he's gonna beat my ass and that he'll come up here and make sure I don't leave the shelter that I'm at.
All right, do we have Miss Goodman or Miss Broom with us? All right, well, we're waiting on that. Mr. Wells, do you have any questions you want me to specifically ask her, knowing you'll have a chance to tell the court what you want the court to know in a moment later?
Do you want me to say something now or wait?
My question is, do you have any questions specifically you would like me to ask her about
Yes,
what she's testified to, but you will also have a chance later to testify and tell the court everything. So this is not a time to testify. This is time to ask specific questions about what she's testified to.
Oh, that's kind of iffy. I mean, you saying it's testifying, like what's the difference between questioning her and testifying for the court?
Ask her
Okay,
XYZ versus
okay.
disagreeing with something and telling me what you want me to know. That's testifying.
Okay, I just want to ask her, does she know for sure that I'm the father of her child? That's
Okay.
question.
How is that relevant to whether you've committed any acts of family violence against her?
Because I mean, all of this could be nipped in the bud if she just like tell the truth about what's really going on.
Nipped in the bud, how so? She's alleging that you've committed acts of violence against her?
Absolutely. Yes, I understand that. But it's like, okay, she's saying 3 months. She's told me that. How can it be? You told me you don't want to be a part of it. I was just in the hospital with her son, June 1st.
Okay, hold on. So, ma'am, was he in the hospital with you and your son on June 1st?
That was not June 1st. That was in like May.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning of May into April.
So he's saying, why did you file this petition if you were around them then and didn't seem afraid?
This happened after the fact. The whole saying he's gonna come up here and he's gonna kill me and hurt me.
Okay. All right, sir, do you have another question for her?
I did. I mean, I do have proof that it was June 1st. I have a picture of her, me and her son, and I should be on the file of at the hospital. Want to know, like, what's the point of dragging me through all this? If you know what I'm saying, you don't want me around, you don't want me restraining orders for a year, so I'm not gonna be around for her child or the child or our child. I just don't understand what's the point of all this. I'm really talking to you, Judge. I apologize.
Okay, hold on. Now, that's right. You'll have a chance. Just hold on that. So, ma'am, it's your belief that he is the father of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, he'll have a chance to testify in a minute. Do we have Miss Broom or Miss Goodman who can check? She indicated she had emailed in some text about a week ago.
Yes, let me look it up.
I don't see anything in Odyssey, so we might need to check. Did you get a confirmation email back that they received it?
They sent me some type of email back, but I didn't really look at it because I was busy at the time when I received the email.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see nothing filed. I just text Miss Broom because she was on lunch, so I just text her.
Okay. All right. So while we're looking at that, so, sir, what would you like the court to know about the allegations?
Okay.
And let me ask this first. Okay, so the police have not been called, so there are no criminal charges pending at this time. So yes, go ahead, sir. What would you like me to know about the allegations?
You said there are criminal charges pending?
No, I said they're not. I said there's
Oh,
not. So you may go ahead and tell me. I have to, if there are, I need to let respondents know their
Okay.
rights before they say anything, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, like, the allegations of me saying crazy things and sending her text messages, that's true. That's true. I get angry and I get upset with her, but what she's presenting to me, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be the mother of my child, but I had to see crazy stuff on the internet. I gotta see things from dudes and all this stuff. All this stuff about me calling up there at that shelter is because you're telling me one thing and you're doing another thing. You know what I'm saying? I got to see her with another guy. You supposed to be pregnant with my child in a homeless shelter. You have responsibilities already. For me to be going off the wire and saying crazy things, it has to be an action to cause a reaction. I take care of this girl. I take care of this girl and her son, and she know that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going through a lot of things in life, and she know that as well. And you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help her, and she wild. She real wild. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. So I'm like, all right, you can go on about your life, but don't sit here and drag me on with all this extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you try to make it like I'm stalking you and all that stuff, and no, that ain't the case. The case is you got a responsibility at this homeless shelter, and that's what you need to be doing. I'm not up there at that homeless shelter unless she tells me to come up there. I've been up there one time to see her when she came and got a pass. She lies to me about everything. I didn't even know the shelter was a men and women's shelter. I could have been in the shelter myself, but I'm on the streets because she's lying to me about everything. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? She's telling her and her son, she know that. She know that's no, I ain't nobody trying to do nothing like that. I may say some crazy things out of anger, but I ain't gonna do nothing to that girl or Naya. And she know that. I ain't never been up there staring and waiting on her. I'm telling her to, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to what you're doing. You ain't supposed to be. I text this dude and he telling me they having sex and you supposed to be pregnant with my child. You in a homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the streets. It ain't hard to ask questions about who's who and what's what. I hear about this man bouncing around from homeless shelters, a drug addict. But you supposed to be pregnant with my daughter, and you supposed to be sleeping with this man, and I'm supposed to be okay with all these facts. Every person she meet is like a best friend. She tells them everything about what we got going on. It's just a mess. And then I'm at the point right now, I've got to go through all this. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I got 4 other children to worry about, and I got to worry about criminal cases to raise a child. I'd rather just move on with my life, man. I don't want to bother her, and she don't have to bother me.
All right.
I missed my whole day at work today. I'm at work. I leave early just so I can talk on the phone for the Zoom meet. I'm trying to get my life together. I missed all day at work for this today.
Yes, other people did as well. Unfortunately, we have a lot of these.
Just saying, man. I'm sorry.
I understand. So, okay. So you've admitted to making threats to her that are saying that she does things that cause you to do so. Is that right?
Absolutely. If we're in a relationship and I got to get online and see you, I'm not trying to downplay her or embarrass her, no, but this is the true facts. You know what I mean? She's twerking while she's pregnant in a homeless shelter. I got to see that all online, and then when I react to it, I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm stalking her because I'm trying to see what you're doing with it. You're supposed to be the mother of my child. I'm supposed to know exactly where you are or where the child is. That's not stalking to me.
Well, y'all aren't married, right?
We're not married. But we at these times, she's saying that we're not together and she don't want to be with. I have text messages from her writing my ex-wife, writing my my other baby mothers. She's playing a game. She's playing
Okay. All right. Miss Rowan, he's indicating that you've sent him some text of having sex with other men and things like that, provoking. Have you done that?
The man that he thinks I had sex with, we've never had sex. We've never even met in person. We've only talked over messages on Messenger. We've never met in person.
So how would he see who you are talking to?
Because me and the other guy, we were friends. We became friends on Messenger. And I guess he had liked one of my posts on Messenger. So he was on my Facebook and he went and saw who liked my thing and went and texted him.
Okay.
And then came and emailed the staff here at the shelter I'm at, telling them that I was talking to him.
Why would that be a concern for the staff at the shelter?
Because he was a part of the men's shelter right down the street.
Okay.
We're not allowed to talk to them.
Okay. All right. Miss Goodman, did you find anything else out about that?
So Ms. Broom didn't have anything. If you just wanna send it to my email address and then I could share it from my email or from my side, I'm gonna send you my email address.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Bring those up.
Okay.
I present something. Lord, have mercy. Oh, I took my mom.
Can you see this, Judge?
No. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it took a while.
So who's Blacksbeard
That's him.
in your phone?
Yes, ma'am. That's on Messenger.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay. I see this one says you dead ho. What's that phone number?
It says 478-294-4124.
Okay, whose number do you know that to be?
I didn't know the number originally because he had just gotten out of jail when he had texted me off that number.
How do you know it was him?
Because he had texted me and told me, he was like, hey, this is Mari.
Okay. From that number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, the next one. So I say, I'm gonna, what's this number from?
That's his other phone number.
You know that to be his phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I see it says I'm gonna beat your ass when I see you. All right, next one. All right, that looks like asking to send money.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, does that have anything to do with any threats?
No, but you see at the top it says why'd I stop texting? That's because I had stopped texting him, but he kept texting me over and over again.
Okay. All right, next one.
Okay, Judge, this is the last one.
All right, thank you. All right, and around when was this one?
This was like a month and a half ago. That's when he told me that I wasn't gonna be with the other guy from the shelter. And then as you can see, he said that he's pulling up every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, basically saying he's gonna make sure that I'm not going nowhere with that guy.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, I've heard enough. I heard the respondent say that that there's been some provocation and antagonizing on the part of the petitioner. However, things cross the line when they're threats of violence, and he has admitted to saying things while alleging that it's her fault he's saying them. I still have concerns about what I've seen and heard, and he seems very angry. I understand he feels it's warranted, but I do find that there have been acts of family violence that have been committed. I understand that you're alleging that she says one thing but does something else, but from here on out, you just need to stay away. Nothing in this order will prevent you from filing for legitimation once the child is born, if you wish to. But at this point, the court's order will extend the order for 12 months. It will expire naturally on July 24th of 2024. It will say you can't come within 100 yards of the petitioner, not harass, threaten, or intimidate her,
ma'am.
and not contact her at all.
Yes, ma'am.
Additionally, you will need to attend the Family Violence Intervention Program. It will be virtual, and we will get that information to get with the compliance officer on that. That might help you resolve some of the ways you're handling some of what you've told the court about.
No, I'm
that
fine. I don't wanna do no.
Just let me finish. I got it. Hold on. I just need to tell you what the order is, okay? It's under the
At
law.
all. Away from her. I don't
I hear you saying that, but I also hear a lot of anger and I've seen some threats. So the order is that class first compliance date will be August 25th, 2023. It will be 9 a.m. It will be virtual, and it's not all day like this. We'll place you in a breakout room in just a moment to get the compliance and officer's information. I see you waving your hand. Hold on, let me finish the order. And while this order is in effect, you're not allowed to possess a firearm. Okay, so that's the order of the court. It's federal law. We will place you in a breakout room so you can exchange information so the compliance officer can get in touch. If you want to get a copy of the order, the compliance officer can tell you how to do that.